Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sue with Homesteading with Sue, and today I'm going to cook a ham and do some au gratin potatoes. So this is a ham that we bought a while back. We got with our pig that we bought. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this knife and just cut down it. I'm going to cut long ways too. Okay. All right, so most people would use actual cloves, but I ground my cloves up, so I'm just going to use a clove, garlic, onion mixture and spread it all over it. Okay, I'm going to cook it at 325 degrees for 2 to 2.5 hours. We are going to put a glaze on it also. Oh, heck, might as well use it all. What the heck. So now I'm going to pick this up and just set it in my roaster pan, just like that. And it says to tent foil over it. Anyway, I'm just going to put it in the oven looking like this, and I'll be back in a little while to show you how to make the glaze for it. Alright, so while I'm waiting for the ham to get to where I can go ahead and start working on the glaze, I'm going to go ahead and do some au gratin potatoes. Now, mind you, I'm just going to cut, and I'm not even going to peel my potatoes today. I washed them really well. I'm just going to go ahead and slice them. Try to get them all the same size so they cook at the same amount of time. And these are supposed to cook at 400 degrees for an hour and a half, but I'm actually going to cook them at 375 because I've noticed that if they're not dehydrated potatoes, they cook faster. I'm just going to slice an onion to go in it. Slice it in half and peel it. Just going to mix them all together. Just like that. And I'm going to put mushrooms in mine. And they're dehydrated, so I rehydrated them. Do some salt and pepper. I'm actually using Lowry seasoning. And some garlic powder. Go ahead and mix this all up. Alright, so it's going to go into this 9x13 pan that's already greased. And then I'll make the sauce for this in just a few minutes. and I'll be back. Alright, so now that we've done our potatoes and our onions in that pan along with our mushrooms, I am going to put 3 tablespoons of butter into this pan. Turn the pan on, of course. Oh, I forgot the flour. Once the butter is melted, we will add 3 tablespoons of flour into the mix. And then we will add approximately 1.5 cups of shredded cheese. And I'm just going to use some of this, and I'm going to use some mozzarella that I already have open. I'm not going to use all the mozzarella. If you don't know this, mozzarella gets really stringy. It makes it kind of hard to eat things if you use too much of it. So, my words of wisdom for the day. Okay, we're going to use 3 tablespoons of flour. A little bit of salt. You go ahead and mix it together. Keep mixing it the whole time. You want to cook out the flour taste. It's about 1 minute to do that. Turn it down a little bit so you're not scorching your stuff. And then what we'll do is we'll add a little bit of milk at the time. Just continuously stir it so you don't get lumps. I think I turned it down too far. Okay, when that, you cook it until it's starting to thicken, 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add this cheese. I'm going to add it all because it's all stuck together. It's supposed to be about 1.5 cups, but I also made more potatoes than I just added the loose mozzarella cheese to it. And then we stir it. I definitely got to wait until my blob of cheese melts. So. How are you guys doing? I hope in a week, next week when Easter hits that, well, you won't see this until after that, but I hope you guys have a wonderful Easter. Come on. I still have that big blob of cheese in there. But this is what the cheese mixture looks like otherwise. So what I think I might do is, because it's going to get too hard for me to stir, I'm going to go ahead and put it on here. And then when it melts, it'll just melt into the dish. So I'm just going to stir this around a little bit to get the cheese everywhere. All right, and I'm going to stick it, this is what it looks like, and I'm going to stick it in the oven for 1.5 hours at 375 degrees, and I'll be back. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and make the glaze for the ham. So it says 3 cups of brown sugar, seems like a whole bunch to me. Whatever. Okay, I've already got my burner on. I go ahead and put my brown sugar away. And it wants 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I went ahead and put in there. And it wants brown spicy mustard, which I do not have, and it wants a half a cup. So I'm just gonna shoot some regular mustard in here. And it wants 1 can of Dr. Pepper or Coke, and I'm gonna use Pepsi. And it says to cook until reduced a bit and thickens about 15 minutes. Alexa, start a 15-minute timer. No. So this recipe that I did today, that I adjusted, is from the Pioneer Woman. Her name's Renee Drummond. For the ham portion. Does help if it's plugged in. Might get warmer faster that way. Alexa, cancel 15-minute timer. Alexa, start a 15-minute timer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead in 2 minutes pull the tent off of my ham, and I'm just going to stick it back in there until this is ready to go on. I will be back when it's done heating up. Alright, so I pulled the ham out of the oven. I'm going to go ahead and take the aluminum foil off. And as you saw, I just poured it on there. I'm going to put it back in the oven for another 20 minutes, and then I'll bring it out and then re-glaze it at that point. This is what it looks like on the plate after it was all done. It's very tasty.